Yo, Twitch. The people of Twitch. How is it going, the people of Twitch? It's Vilguzano, Mr. Gem, Gorda, Zuko, Dr. Frank, Ataz, British Dinosaur, Dermo, Star Champ, Eric, Barabbas, Sir Rector Knight, Mr. Righto. Hey, Dr. Frank. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we're going to talk about that and more. I think some of you guys forgot I've done. So many people are like, finally, Regis gets the reveal stream. I think a lot of people forgot or don't know that I did the Rosticon's Rumble reveal stream as well. This is not my first time. It's more like I didn't do it for years, and I'm finally back.
Regis, to look at reveal teaser art like usual. Also for that week,
we are, yeah, planning that today, right now.
Again. Stupid Gallicron.
We are exactly going to do that. Yeah, I think Gallicron Shaman could be nuts for the mini meta. Yeah. Some of those cards are just so obscene when you look at them. Invocation Frost is just like ridiculous. Yeah, we don't talk about Rosticon. Yeah, I did the reveal stream for Rosticon with Peter Whalen years and years ago. Chip Chopperson thanks the 100 bits. Tremudius Waldo, dude, thanks the 2 months. I'm honestly glad people forgot about it. It wasn't that great. I think it'll go much, much better this time. I'm more well-equipped mentally. Well, yeah, I don't know about that, but slightly more well-equipped. More comfortable, let's say, with the whole notion. So I think it'll be fine.
I do remember
be pretty chill.
Rumble. That is when I subbed to your YouTube, I think, and then through.
Nice. Man, that's a long time, yeah.
I subbed to your Twitch.
Yeah, Dexter's theory crafting. Yeah, he's gonna have to go to Starbucks to stream. I'm not gonna let him use my internet during it. Trudy's thanks for the bits. So yeah, let's talk about this news real quick. So number one, the expansion comes out March 30th, which I was trying to tease to you guys, like it might be a little later than you think. Some people are saying the 23rd. I was trying to nudge you guys to the 30th without outright saying it. I didn't want people's expectations to be bad. So coming out Tuesday the 30th, which is still technically a little early, but only barely compared to previous years. Certainly not as early as Darkmoon Faire was early. So this is probably going to be the longest expansion gap we've had in the modern era of Hearthstone, at least. I don't know exactly when Darkmoon came out, but it's been a long gap.
Sending Dexter to Starbucks, are you one of those pesky COVID spreaders?
No, Dexter would be in that case. Dexter would be. I did actually have to leave the house yesterday for the first time in a long, long time. I had to go to the dentist. So I'm on the way. I imagine the pre-release or pre-order will be extended, the deadline. Yeah, I can't imagine they'd have a week where they're not accepting pre-orders prior to the expansion. That seems like it would be insane. So yeah, I think that'll happen. I don't know for sure, but I just have to imagine. Yeah, Puxatani Dave instead of Puxatani Phil. That's funny. Thanks for the Prime sub, dude. Appreciate it. Is the Battle Pass going to come out earlier? I don't know. Good question. Will it be out like a week early or whatever? I don't know. God, I got to talk about this news. You guys keep distracting me. So March 30th is the expansion release date. Stuff is happening, of course, sooner than that. We're going to do theory crafting live streams on the 23rd, which I will be a part of. And we'll be giving away codes that day, I think I was told. Myself included, Mega Bundle codes. And then the day after that, which is Wednesday, they're going to do some Reddit codes. I think they're going to change the system this time to where it's not purely upvotes. I don't know for sure though. I just heard they're thinking about the. I think they were aware of the kind of problems last time, so I don't know what's different. Maybe nothing, but maybe something's different. I don't have the full details. Celery Crunch, no worries, dude. I got enough joy out of your Reddit post and tweet. You don't need to sub. You said I looked like the mailman, Seth Rogen mailman, so my wife got such a kick out of that. It was well worth it. Yeah, so the 25th, I guess I haven't been told about this. I don't know if I'm giving away codes this day or anything.
Time hype train to when Blizzard drops gifted subs. That way we get
smart.
Easily.
Sneaky. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gifted subs. Yeah, last time I did get them on the first day and not on the other day. Sneaky. We'll have to. I don't know when it's gonna be though. It's gonna be hard. People might activate it early, but you're right. That would pump a hype train pretty high. The 25th is more giveaways. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna be a part of these. I think I have codes giveaway this day. I was told, which is good. Spread the love. Oh, nice, Petran. Happy early birthday. It's going to be a nice early birthday gift for you, the expansion. More codes. A lot of code giveaways. That's awesome. Liz sharing the love with the creators. And then the 29th is more gifted subs. The 29th is... Oh, that's the day before the expansion. Yeah. Oh, the 25th and 26th. Oh, I see. Those are Thursday and Friday. Nothing really... Oh, Friday will be the pre-release weekend, though. The 26th. So that'll be cool. The 25th and 24th, I guess nothing is really happening of significance other than the giveaways themselves. So we'll be doing this, a little giveaway of a code on the 22nd. That's the day of the card reveal live stream as well, which I'll be doing. Oh, here, I didn't even talk about this. Mark your calendars to join me, community manager Chris Sierra, and game designer Liv Breeden on March 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time as they reveal the final Forged in the Barrens cards. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you how many cards, but it's gonna be a lot. I don't know if it's more than normal, I guess, but it's still a lot of cards. It's a lot of. I'm gonna be revealing a lot of cards that day. I'll just say that. I think it actually might be less than normal, though. So don't use that as like something that's like, oh, he's going to reveal 90 cards or something. Nothing like that. But I think it might be less than normal.
Dump, we get it.
I don't think it is card dump. I think it's actually... Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it is a card dump. Just revealing 134 cards. I don't know if they consider... Like, I don't know if there will be more cards revealed after the stream or not. I don't know the full, like, gamut of cards. I think there might be more revealed after the stream. That would be the card dump. I don't know that we're going to cover all the card, as they call the card dump on stream. I'm not sure, though. I don't know what will have been... Okay, let me ask it this way. How many cards do you think are normally revealed on the final card reveal stream? So I have a better perspective of what the expectations are. Because I'm not going to tell you regardless.
Will be out on 23rd, so all cards will be revealed 22nd.
That's my expectation, yes. I think they'll be revealed that day, but I don't think it'll be on the stream that the actual dump happens. Okay, there's no way 100 are revealed the final day. I know that because I review the cards. My instincts... were that there weren't that many in the stream, but then the ones that get dumped on the website or used to be Facebook or whatever, there were a bunch more. So it sounds like maybe the normal amount, but it still seems like a lot of cards to me. I don't know. I was like, oh my God. So many cards. I don't know the cards. No. I don't know the cards yet. Well, I guess I technically know the names of the cards, but I don't know what they are.
30 to 40 revealed in final stream, and then a few dozen.
Okay, yeah. That aligned with my expectations too. I was thinking like 25 or 30 in the stream probably, and then like another 30 in the dump is what I was thinking. I'm not usually watching that closely though, because I'm usually doing like card reviews last second and stuff. But it feels like it's going to be a lot of cards regardless. I was like, wow, that's a lot of cards to talk about. But no, I haven't seen them. I know the names. Some interesting names. They sound cool, but I don't know them yet. I have not seen a Finja reference, but there we'll see one later. We're going to talk about the picture that's out today. So anyway, theory crafting live streams. Some people hate them. Some people seem to like them. Lots of cool people here. This guy's pretty cool. This guy's a jerk. You could tell his lighting, though. He's in the basement. You can tell Dexter's already in the basement for this one. They took this photo in my basement. That's why his face is so dark. Oh, boy. Sir Frankster, thanks, dude. Wow. Somebody else said something nice. Oh, Elliot. Hey, man. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by, Elliot. ITR Wolf with a Prime sub as well. Thank you, ITR Wolf. Yeah, we got some non-constructed people in here too. Celissa and Dog and Crip joining from the ranks of Battlegrounds. That'll be fun. Give us some easy victories, right? I'll still lose to Dog. Get real. Probably Celissa too. All right, so we're gonna have gifted subs during the theory crafting stream. Okay, so be here if you want to get a sub. There's a little typo here. Theory crafting. Oh yeah, Twitch drops. This is cool. They're at a weird time though. I wonder why. I don't know why they're at a weird time. It feels weird to me anyway. From April 2nd to 4th. So that'll be the weekend after the expansion comes out, which is fine. We'll dedicate some big streaming hours to that weekend. Then that'll be cool. We'll get a lot of views and stuff from the people not actually watching, but farming Twitch drops. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't know why the drops are late. It's weird. I mean, my marketing brain is maybe thinking they're hoping to extend the kind of viewership or hype window. I don't know if that's it. There's also a month break there that maybe that matters for some reason to somebody. I don't know. I don't know. Will wild unnerfed cards be back in standard? No, Josho. No. Only the ones that are already in standard. I think I confused that point in my second video this week. I kind of had it in my brain like, oh, all the cards are going to be back. I don't know if I outright said as such, but I have a feeling I hinted at least. So sorry if I confused you. I added a clarifying comment. Do you believe even Hunter and Wild is dead? I don't know enough about Wild. I don't know. Okay. Oh, pre-release weekend. This is always fun. I'll have to arrange some pre-release stuff so we can play. We got recipes again, which that one time we didn't have recipes, so that's great. So that weekend we will be doing pre-release stuff. Maybe try to do it all 3 days, but at least I'm sure the first 2 days. Will you have a card reveal? No, I have a bunch of card reveals. I'm doing I don't know where it is. I'm doing this thing. The card reveal stream. So you guys kept asking me if I had a card reveal. I kept saying, no, I don't have a single card to reveal. I didn't get a card reveal this time, I would say. And that's because I had like a bunch of card reveals. But they're not really mine, right? It's the stream.
Say Twitch chat, what time is it? It's at RegisKillbin time. Let's give
Hey, thanks, Where's Beef?
Pause at RegisKillbin is here. It's time to start the show, so Twitch chat, let's go.
Thanks, Where's Beef? Please don't ramble on like Crip. I don't know what that means. Hey, no, Sam, nice, dude. Let's say 177 to be exact.
Well, it will not be on your channel, so
exactly, yeah.
Do not have it.
That's exactly why I said, like, I don't have a card reveal this time. I'm hosting Blizzard's card reveal. It's a distinction, right? It's a definite distinction. That said, Striker Beast, what what do people want out of the card reveal stream? My only real plan is to be pretty quick. Like, I think people get pretty frustrated when plays aren't happening quickly, and if discussion kind of drones on too long. Like, I think I want to keep things flowing as much as possible and just like get through the cards. I'm not even going to worry about playing well or whatever. I'm just going to play and talk and go. That's my plan, but I don't know. We'll see what Blizzard. I mean, part of it too is, we're doing it. I'm doing it for Blizzard, right? Like, so whatever they want to prioritize or emphasize is, to some extent, yeah. They do show them at the end now, so I guess depending on perspective, but so yeah, I don't know, whatever. I'm just gonna be my thing. See what Blizzard wants out of it and spotlight the cards, and I'll let Liv do a lot of the talking too, of course, because Liv made the cards. So I won't be able to speak to it nearly as well as Liv can. Why would you listen to my silly insights? I don't know anything. Okay, so that's that. Let's do that. Hold up. Let's talk about these in a second. First, I wanted to do this, which is where we talk about these card previews. First off, there's not very many of these, and I don't know if this is done or not. It was like updating throughout the day. If we seriously only have 3 days of card reveals, I am shook. I am flabbergasted. How could we only have 3 days of card reveals? I mean, I guess we know the card reveal live stream is on the 22nd. And these don't start until the 16th. So if you count business days, that's only 4 business days of card reveals. And apparently, we don't even have any listed for Friday the 19th, which means 3 days of card reveals. That to me is mind-boggling. I just don't know how to do card reviews like this either. Do I do 2 a day, 1 a day? What did I just do? What the heck just happened? Oh, I clicked one of the things. Whoops. Yeah, I don't even know. This is a mind-bogglingly tight schedule. Really surprises me. Pesterly, I don't know. I bet chat has some good insights, but also it might change because we're getting new cards so soon. Yeah, I was really shocked by this card reveal schedule. I didn't know it. I actually assumed, based on what I knew, that reveals would start on Monday or maybe even tomorrow. I thought maybe, or even today. I thought maybe there was a chance card reveals started today, but I thought it was weird we didn't have a schedule. And if not today or tomorrow, I thought maybe Monday. But this is actually Tuesday that they start. And I thought they might run like Monday through the weekend, you know, like 6-7 days or something. So I don't know. I mean, for Darkmoon Races, we got every card in one day, but you know, there's only a few cards, so that's not a big deal. Darkmoon, it looks like card reveals started on the November 3rd and ran through November 11th. Was probably the card. Yeah, that was the reveal stream.
Well, last couple of times more reveals.
So that was like 7 business days. 7 days of card reveals. Yeah. What? I mean, I hope more added like the 15th and the 19th to spread it out a little. For Scholomance, reviews started on the 21st and again ran through the 29th. Seems like 7 or 8 business days of reveals has been the historical precedent the last few times. Yeah, it's usually about 7 or 8 business days over the last year. But this time's going to be 3 based on what we can see currently. I guess it could still change, but man, no early pack opening? No, there's still going to be an early pack opening. It's on the 25th. What day is it? The 20. Sorry, I'm going through my like content calendar over here. Pack opening will be the 26th. 26th. Friday the 26th. You can open your packs early. Play that stuff through the weekend.
Early opening is 26 to 28.
Perfect. Yeah. Does it not go to the 29th? Sometimes it goes to the 29th, but I never, like the Monday after. I've never ever done it on the Monday, but I don't know when it officially ends. But yeah, that's the weekend, 26 through 28. Anyway, let's talk about these preview images. Everybody thinks this is Kazakus, which I actually agree. It looks a lot like Kazakus. And by the way, I don't know any of these cards, so I can fully theorize with you guys. I'm not breaking any rules here.
It never goes to Monday for some reason. It is Friday to Sunday, and then Monday.
Oh, really? Okay. Good to know.
Tuesday
I won't play anything
release.
Monday. So, as you can see here, this is the preview image for this card. It's a belt with a chain, and there's even a little wispy gray hair coming in here from the beard. This looks 100% like Kazakus. We also have a Finja looking card here. This is Finja 100%. I probably don't need to pull up an image of Finja, but just in case you're not convinced. Okay. Man, I thought Google searching Finja would result in a lot more Finja related things, but it didn't. Here's Finja, the flying star. You can see the same mask and star at the top of his head there. So that's a Finja themed card. So that's 2 separate Mean Streets of Gadgetzan reference cards, which is weird, I think. I mean, Gadgetzan's not super close to Barrens. It's certainly not in Barrens. I mean, it's kind of close to Barrens. If we look up a map, I can show guys who don't know where these things are. Okay, that's a new map, but good enough, I guess. Hold up. So well, this is all weird now. This is Gadget Zan's roughly around here somewhere. But Thousand Needles being flooded, it's harder for me to tell what's going on. But roughly where this little bay thing is. And then this is Northern Barrens and Southern Barrens. So this is the Barrens, right? So, you know, the most southern point of the Barrens is pretty close to Gadget Zan. Only Thousand Needles separates them, I guess. I mean, it's adjacent. Everything leads to Crossroads, yeah. I agree that this looks like it could be a spell for sure, because he doesn't look particularly high res or anything, so it could like be in the background or off to the side. 100% agree. This looks like it might be more in focus, but oh, you know what? They teased this caravans thing that a lot of us hadn't seen. I didn't know either. Caravans is like a card type or something that's been teased in some of the announcements for Barrens. Maybe there's a caravan from Gadget Zan, which is really hard to say. Maybe there's a caravan that has some of these famous characters coming in from different areas. Although that's two different cards, so I don't know. This definitely feels more like a legendary though. The way it's framed and stuff. Why is everybody saying what and huh? Okay, I guess the caravans thing is not as widely spread as I thought. Let's bring up the caravans thing. Where's the caravans? There's a post on Reddit somewhere about this too. Okay, so caravans, all roads lead to the crossroads. Complete with new ranked spells, legendary mercenaries, the frenzy keyword, caravans, and more. So we don't know what a caravan is. I mean, we know what the word caravan means.
Does it eat this time?
Oh, is this a new crab? Maybe, yeah. Maybe this is a new crab. So caravans, it's in the official store page. What the heck's a caravan? Maybe it's a caravan from old expansions. Maybe it's from different zones. Maybe it's... I mean, who knows what kind of card type it is. Dalaran Caravan gives you a twin spell card. Oh, that'd be cool. Like a Rossicon Caravan would be an overkill. I don't think they'd want that many keywords, though. But that might explain like why the Mean Streets of Gadget Zan people are back. We could think about that in other contexts here too. So this is a... Hey, Aries. Wow, thanks for the 8 months. Hype indeed, dude. Thank you. This looks like a holy character with a bottle of some kind. Or a scroll, maybe? Maybe that's a scroll. Thought that was like a bottle cap, like a wine cork. But maybe that's a scroll. But definitely like priest or paladin looking, right? That looks like an anchor, though. Is there any like sea character, like an admiral or something that wears a white outfit like that? That could be like, but that light is very holy looking too, I guess. Oh my God. I am. So here's, I literally just Googled Barrens Admiral. This is Rear Admiral Hartley. That golden and white thing is absolutely his tabard. So that's a legendary going to be called Rear Admiral Hartley. Literally the first Google result, I just cheesed it. There might be other characters in his place, I guess, but I don't know what he's holding though. Some kind of scroll or maybe looks like a scroll, yeah. So I bet that's him, because that is absolutely that tabard. Okay, cool. Well, we're 2 for 2. we know it's Hartley and we know it's Kazakus. Okay. Could be the mercenary. Oh, he could be, actually. Yeah, I think they were mostly focusing on new characters, though. I mean, he's not exactly a famous character, I don't think, so. You think that's a hammer? I don't see a hammer there, I guess. Do we know it's Kazakus? No, not officially, but it absolutely looks like Kazakus. Like, 100%. He's holding the sword? You think that's a sword?
Is he warrior or neutral?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Good question. Is he priest even? He's a human admiral. It's not. Oh, he has enrage abilities, so that definitely sounds like a warrior. Increases physical damage and attack speed for 2 minutes. I agree with the bottle and cork thing. But this coloring definitely makes it seem like paladin or priest. I think it could be paladin. Because that lighting, you don't put that in a warrior card normally, right? It could be one of the mercenaries, but I still think they seem like they're all going to be new characters. I mean, you know, for all intents and purposes, he's kind of a new character since he's not a particularly famous Warcraft lore character or anything, but I have a feeling it's probably just another legendary for Paladin, is my guess. There is an NPC called... What's that got to do with anything? Bert? Does he look like this guy too? Oh, he does look like this guy. Oh, so this tabard is definitely not a singular dude. Okay, so this could be anybody with this tabard. Because this absolutely looks like this guy too. This is Henry Zykes. Is this just the Coltiris tabard? I didn't play BFAs, so I thought they had like more green and stuff in there. No, Coltiris is green, yeah.
So it can be anyone from Northwatch.
Oh, Northwatch is the tabard, okay. Let's see. Oh, I don't want Skyrim. Oh yeah, so there's just a bunch of Northwatch characters. Could be Admiral Aubrey. Could be Captain Fairmount. Oh, there is oh, I bet it is Captain Fairmount, because look at the silver right there, like the belt. I bet it's Captain Fairmount.
3.
Because she also has that same silver kind of look next to the yeah, 100%. I'm in on Captain Fairmount. Captain Fairmount's my guess. Silent Peanut, 18 months, dude. Wow. Thank you, Captain Fairmount. Captain Fairmount. Gosh dang it. Captain Fairmount didn't sub. Silent Peanut did. Okay. This is just some generic skull. I mean, God, there's no way to know. This is some Quillbore character. I don't think there's enough identifiable information there.
And also has silver buckle, but one is also not unique.
Lieutenant Buckland. Hold up. Lieutenant Buckland does have a similar belt, yeah. His looks a little more circular than this one, but I mean, clearly that could just be artist interpretation. I'm going to still say it's Fairmount, but some Northwatch character for sure. March 17th. Does this look like... This looks like an axe to me, but is it any particular axe? Like Sarfang's axe or anything? that's like notable? Anything recognizable about it? Doesn't really look like Sourfang's axe to me. His looks a little different. Could be armor. Yeah, it definitely has an axe shape to my eye, but certainly could be a shoulder pad or something. Kind of looks like Sourfang's armor, actually, now that you say that. Yeah, it does really look like... some of his armor. Definitely has that, red and silver horde thing going, but who knows how specific. He doesn't seem to have as much of the, like, kind of ruination in there. Ruination.
PT reward today. That karaoke is coming soon, Regis boy.
Corin, I saw that. That's crazy. I wondered how they got that much. That's nuts. That's nuts. Can I have a link, please? A link to what? This page, you mean, or what link do you mean, Bahab?
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth, won't ya?
It was all just from gambling. Wow.
25 months.
Hey, 25 months. Holy crap. Yeah, this is an easy link here. Hold up. This is just the normal card library link. I have this one bookmarked permanently, so easy stuff. Corin, thanks the bits. Bahab with a huge over 2-year sub. Completely nuts. Yeah, I don't think it looks like Sourfang to me. He doesn't seem to have these like kind of like patterned rune things in there as much. So people say Tauren. I could definitely see a Tauren axe. Well, I don't know. Taurens kind of often look more, I don't know, curved and like fluted and stuff than this. This seems more flat. If anybody can identify a weapon this looks like, let us know. Yeah, no, where's Beef? There's a ton of stuff in the Barrens to pull from, so. March 17th, this is some generic spell, warlock, probably demon hunter, honestly, it looks like. This is the top of a mace, maybe, or something. Maybe part of an armor set, but that top part looks pretty like smooth.
Are a good way for the community to get involved. They seem to forget weird Twitch chat. Little did they know.
You guys are gonna use it to abuse us no matter what. Any like hammer in the Barrens that's like shaped like that, or any kind of any sort of paladin hammer, or like looks like the waistline of a Gron. Hold up. How do you figure? What? I'm not seeing. That's the one thing I'm not seeing. This looks like the waistline of a Gron. That Northwatch is Cannoneer Weeson. Wow, let's see. That does kind of look like the torch he's holding, yeah. Or Cannoneer Smithy, too. Yeah, here. This torch right here does kind of look like the torch. Maybe it's one of the... And they have the belt, too. That belt's a little more rounded than the belt in the picture, but again, that could just be artist interpretation. But that does kind of look like a torch. I could imagine him holding the torch like this and that like scimitar the other way. I can see that, yeah. That looks kind of like a wrapped up torch that's on fire for sure. This looks like a gauntlet to you? Yeah, I don't know. There's just... I don't know. I don't have enough to go off of here. Can anybody think of a character that has something that looks like this in the Barrens or anything of the sort? Like, what about the dungeons in the Barrens, right? Wailing Caverns in particular has a little, it's more druidy though. You know? I feel like it's more druidy. But I'm just thinking about the bosses in particular. Lady Anacondra. Too druidy. Lord Cobron, too druidy. A lot of purple. Yeah, I don't see it. Unless it's a major, you know, shift. Could it be a Tauren hoof? Yeah, maybe. This is definitely Elise. Nah, too dark colored. I feel like doesn't look like Elise. Well, maybe I guess. Yeah, because it's probably a night elf, right? Pointy ears. Yeah, I don't know. Not as blue as Elise normally is, but maybe. Does this axe look like anything to you guys? I don't think it's like, doesn't look particularly recognizable to me. Sourfang's axe kind of looks like that, I guess, actually, but not really. Again, it looks like an axe. That's a harpy. Oh yeah, that does look like a harpy. Yeah, I'm gonna guess some generic-y weapon. This appears to be a crab of some sort. I don't know if there's any particular identifiable crabs in the Barrens. I don't remember anything. Any famous crabs? There weren't any crab bosses in Wailing Caverns, were there? There were some animal stuff, but I think it was mostly a turtle. Kind of looks like it's outside as well. There's a Makura in the dungeon. The slime shell Makura. Those are blue on the coast of the Barrens. Is there one inside Wailing Caverns? I don't think there's one inside Wailing Caverns. Citizen Snips. Hold up. What is that? I don't know Citizen Snips. Oh, that's from Futurama. I don't think it's from Futurama. Okay, it's just some crab, I don't know. This looks a lot like the character in the key art, right? I'm thinking that is probably the warrior upgradable spell. Oh, whoa.
Boys, make some room by the
I didn't know these got added to the press site. What the heck? There's a bunch of new like backgrounds. Holy crap, look at these. They added a bunch of virtual backgrounds to the press site. These are great. These are perfect for videos. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh my god, that's Sourfang right there. Oops. Oh my god, that's stunning. Wow. That's the key art. That's the character I'm talking about. Wow. Whoa, that's cool. Wow. That's really cool. Hey, Algaron. Thank you. Did I miss some? It's just 3 more. Oh no, I got this. Okay. Is this one a video? No, I'm not gonna do that now. Making sure nothing else got added on here. Okay. Is that character, though? I think it looks like her, right? Forgot that was the whole point of my press site journey. What's her name? We heard her name, right? Rokon or something? Am I making that up? Wasn't that like in the BlizzCon presentation and stuff? I feel like we heard that, but maybe I'm nuts. I can't really tell if she has like a nose ring or not, but otherwise it looks like her. But I have a feeling that might be her like upgradable spell. So anyway, that's some kind of Finja thing. This appears to be an arm and a hand. I can't really tell much from this. Can you guys? March 18, 4 a.m. It's like a glove on the hand, maybe a... Who knows? Is Dexter alive? I hope so. I don't know. You think that looks human? I don't know. The skin tone and the like long fingernails are making me think demon for some reason. Like an imp or something almost. A bristleback? I don't know. Bristleback thorn weaver? Yeah. Who knows? These are really hard. This to me looks like a hunter weapon. Like a bow and arrow. It kind of looks like a fish almost, but I don't think it is. I think it's some kind of hunter bow. Is there any famous hunter bow in the Barrens? That like drops from a dungeon or anything, or it looks familiar in this way to you guys? Kind of a... I think it's a voodoo doll? I'm not seeing that, I guess. This appears to be a sleeve and a hand holding a staff. The yellow light makes me think it's going to be a priest card of some sort. Kind of looks like a gnome for some reason to me, just the way it's framed. Do we think there's any like gnome priest character in Barrens? Gnome priest in Barrens. Nothing comes up when I Google it. Think it could be a Tauren priest. For some reason, the depth of the arm looks really short to me, like it's short. Like a gnome. I don't know why I'm seeing that, but that's what my brain is telling me. Not sure. This looks like a Quillbore. The purple light makes me think it's one of the Warlocky ones, though. What's the name of the boss in Razorfen? What's the name of the boss? Okay, why is this so hard? Here we go. Don't see a picture that necessarily brings this to life. Razorfen down. It has the... Is the final boss like a... It's a warlock, like necromancy kind of character, right? But is it a Quillbore or not? I can't remember. Let's see. Oh no, it's the Lich dude. Yeah, it's a Mimnar. I don't think it's him. Because that looks like a Quillbore. So it has to be... I bet it's... I I bet it's Chargla Razor Flank. Well, okay, this site sucks. I bet it's this. Or maybe just some like Warlocky Quillbore, random Quillbore, right? Who knows? Chargla Razor Flank. That's my guess. Ba-dum-bum-bum. This is some random orc in purple. God knows. March 18th, Druid weapon. I think it's more likely to be a hunter weapon if that's what you're looking at. I don't know, though. This is some dude holding sand. I have a feeling it's going to be like a hunter card where he's like tracking or doing something with sand. I don't know. This looks like a mage character. Does this look familiar to anybody? Anything come to mind?
Only one named Crab in WoW that is anywhere near Barrens Barnacle Gym World of Warcraft is required
Barnacle
if you
Gym.
search for it.
Welcome.
Barnacle Jim is the best name. He's a crab at 1,000 needles. Yeah, he's not super red either. He's a little red. That is the kind of name you'd expect in Hearthstone, though. Barnacle Jim. Caleb, dude, thanks for the 8 months. That's the Mage Mercenary? Is it? I think we can see the Mage Mercenary in the key art. Does this outfit match up? Let's take a look. This freaking key art, dude. It's so big, it's hard to... Oh, it totally matches up. I think you're right. I think this is the Mage Mercenary. They're wearing like pink and purpley and blue with gold trim exactly like this. Let me figure out a way to pull this on screen in full res. It's so big. I gotta go into Photoshop. But we can do that. So this, in my estimation, we don't know for sure, but this in my estimation is the Mage Mercenary. Whoopsie daisy. We went too far. There we go. That's the Mage Mercenary in my estimation. And you can see the purple trim or the gold trim on the purple stuff looks remarkably similar to that. That just looks like their chest plate. That's 100% their chest plate. You can see the same little curve with the little thing in it. That's 100% gonna be that Mage Mercenary. Okay. We don't know the name yet, though. So this looks like it's really low res, which means it's probably in the background or, you know, a spell or something. It's probably not gonna be the focus, but yellow Murlocs generally point to Paladin Murlocs, so maybe some kind of Paladin Murloc thing. I don't know. And that's it, guys. That's every card. Man. Middle one could be Rexar. You think this looks like Rexar? I feel like they would have made his hands more Rexar-y. Those look a little too manicured and stuff for me, unless it's super zoomed out, maybe. New Paladin scale, new Paladin spell, lighten the scales. 5 mana, remove all Murlocs from the game. I love it. That sounds great. All right, so we think we knew a few things here, but not anything too crazy. And only, what is this, 24 cards shown? That's, no, not even that. It's 10 and 10. 20 cards shown. Wow. Could that orc be Rexar, similar to what they did with Garrick in Magic the Gathering? I don't know what they did with Garrick in Magic the Gathering. I know who Garrick is. He's that like white lion looking dude, right? But I don't know what they did. I don't know what you mean. Ba-dum-bum-bum. All right. So we've seen 12 cards so far. We got 20 here, maybe more. I mean, certainly I've done multiple card reveals before. I've done 2 and 1, so some of these might be pairs or trios or something. So, you know, let's say 30 to 40 here. That still leaves a lot of cards. Yeah, I still don't know the Garrock reference. Garrick. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Feel free to follow up if you have details or if I missed them. All right, so we didn't talk about this yet. I already put out the videos. This seemed least important, but certainly happy to discuss it. What do you guys think? Any of these going to be OP? I think Galakron package, certainly in the mini meta for the whatever 5-7 days it's in the game, could be bonkers. Again, these are just really strong plays still. And in Wild, I think it could be a little package that pops up. I think it's a possibility. And I think Spirit Claws could be good. Flame Tongue Totem, if it comes back to standard, seems like it could be a real interesting card. Charge, I think, in Wild becomes very crazy. I want to play a Horrendous Growth Charge deck ASAP. We did Wing Weirdo, yeah. We started there. We got less confident as we went.
Galakron from Warrior in Wild already. It counters those Reno decks. So Cyan buff.
I was curious about Galakron in Wild. I actually looked up the stats before I made my video. It's not very popular. It's I mean, I'm not saying it's not viable. Clearly, somebody mentioned the same in a YouTube comment. I don't know if that was you or not. It might have been, but it's clearly a thing people are doing. But I wanted to double check because I wasn't really sure how Galakron fared in Wild, but it looked like it was sub 1% for sure. I mean, that was at all ranks, I guess, or not all ranks, bronze through gold ranks. Let me double check higher ranks. Yeah, it's still like none of the Galakrons really get played in Wild, from what I can tell, other than obscure stuff or maybe tech stuff or whatever. They're all in less than 0.1% of decks. Surprised me. I thought they'd be more relevant. Because I wasn't sure about Galakron Warlock either. I was like, man, is Galakron Warlock going to be any good? I think Priest was the one that got played the most. I was shocked. Oh, I can't type. Look at that. Man. Shocking. But yeah, I think they all, I think Galakron Shaman is the most likely, but I don't play enough Wild to really tell you. I don't know. Why do you need the Galakron to make Bomb Warrior good? Somebody else just said it's used with Wrench Caliber.
Worse after secret synergies for Mage got
what is just pushing more damage?
Beat instead
just
of
as like a finisher to
is a deck that shows up on HS replay stats.
I guess I don't know why Galakron helps, just to get that final damage threat maintained. I get the Wrench Caliber stuff. That sounds smart. That sounds awesome. Is the Galakron the best supporting package? Anyway, I don't know. I don't want to learn the Wild meta right now, but yeah, I mean, they all seem solid. I think Fiendish Right's kind of a throwaway. Like, who cares? It's not going to be the difference maker, right? I don't really think Scion's the difference maker either. It might help a little, but the Shaman ones feel like difference makers to me. Like, because there's 3 of them, they're pretty significant. I feel like this is the one that shifts a card into playability, perhaps. I don't know if Scion of Ruin's enough to suddenly make Galakron Warrior better than it is, or pluck it from obscurity or whatever. And certainly Fiendish Right, same story. These seem like they could make a move, though. I think these are promising. And then charge is cool. I think this could be real. There are ways to get big crazy minions in wild and copy them with charge and stuff. Like, it won't be tier 1, but I think it could be in some real decks. It's kind of neat. I want to play around with this some. Making ancient ones and horrendous growths, and there's that ooze that's pretty cool too that copies itself and stuff. Could be some neat plays here. Yeah, Worgen, sure. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, that was all the news, I think. Was there any other news we didn't cover? Man, that was a lot of news, though. A lot of theories, too. No other news, it looks like. You guys got nothing. Crazy. Oh, never mind. Let's talk about this real quick. I forgot I had this too. So these are all of the nerfed. Well, I guess I somebody else made this. I didn't, so don't trust it 100%. Well, actually, they're probably more trustworthy than me. These are all the standard all the neutral cards that have been nerfed at any point in Hearthstone. And it was teased today that 10 of these will be getting unnerfed or reverted in some way. And we got to guess which 10 are going to be the ones. That'll be announced tomorrow. Which of these 10 cards do you think will get reverted? I think personally this one, this one, this one. This one. This one. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Well, Gala Warrior might not be prominent in Wild, but it is
and
about 53% win rate.
Man, I don't know.
Legend in Wild. Saronite was confirmed to be unnerfed already before, so we know that one.
Was it?
Sure.
Well, that would be my number 10 then. I didn't think they'd do this one. I didn't think they'd touch this one for ease of use with Shutterwalk, but I guess they already have the other guys. It's not that hard. I mean, Knife Juggler could probably go to 3-2 again, yeah. Where did we get Saronite confirmation? I don't remember hearing that. Yeah, it was summon a copy. Which mattered in standard, but
Saronite was teased to be unnerfed in
it doesn't really matter in Wild anymore because Doppelgangster exists as well. So there's other ways to get the Shutterwalk thing going off. So it would be fine, I guess. Arcane Golem used to have charge. It used to be a 4-2 with charge. Unnerfing Elysiana, remove her from the only deck she sees play in. Yeah, but at 8 mana, she might see play in other decks, right? It's not as simple as that. Like, yes, like, of course, Baku and Gin create weird scenarios, but maybe she makes more sense in other decks so they can hero power or play whatever other card with it, right? And also, remember, when we make decisions for Wild format or, any permanent format like this, when I say we, I mean, the people making the decisions. When they make decisions, they're not making decisions for just today. They're making decisions for the next, 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, right? So they have to try to think and account for, what could exist in the future. Shutterwalk's not broken today, but what if we print a card in 3 years that, reduces the cost of all Battlecry minions by 5, and then, or by 4, and then you can play Saronite Chain Gang on 4 and Shutterwalk on 5, and, you have all these design limitations that suddenly come up and you have to think about when you address these cards. Or And what if there's a 2-mana card that says I don't know, restore or gain 2 armor for every card in your deck, and it's like perfect to play along with Elysiana or something, or for every card that didn't start in your deck. So her being at 8 mana suddenly becomes really awesome instead of her being at 9. Those sorts of things, can't account for them now, but still make a difference when you think about the long-term impact of what changing cards looks like, right? So don't just consider today, but the next 10 years, 15 years, whatever. Why does it need Millhouse? Just because he's Millhouse? Yeah, Naga Sea Witch used to say... Oh no, she didn't change her text, right? Her text remained the same. It's just the way it worked. Used to, she would set them to 5 and then their cost discounts would apply after the fact. And now she sets them to 5 after their cost discounts apply. She used to be 5 mana. Oh, she did? I don't even remember that. Oh, wait. Does she still set their... Okay, I'm confused. I don't even know how she works now. Which... Didn't they also change the way her text worked? Oh, it still does that? But she just costs 8 now. Oh, I see. So she still applies the cost after their cost... Or before their cost discounts apply? But she's just later in the game. Okay. There are 2 Nagas? There are? There's Naga Sandwich, but that's a totally different style of card. Okay, so... oh, that's what happened. I remember now. Before, she wasn't broken because she didn't discount them before their discount. So before, if you had a Molten Giant, it would cost 30 with a Naga Sea Witch on board or whatever. Or it would cost 5. Then they changed it and the Molten Giant went to 0. Or what? Yeah, it went to, not 30. You guys know what I mean. It would cost 5, and then they changed it to the Molten Giant would be 0. So then they had to bump her mana to 8. That's right. I remember now. So they changed it. That's why they had to nerf her, because it got broken once they changed the way it worked. I had it backwards. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think she's getting changed anyway. She would break stuff again, I think. I'm saying Elysiana, Dragon Queen, Bone Mare, Giggling Inventor, Faceless, Albatross. Apparently Serenite is a thing. Leper Gnome, Small Time Buccaneer, and Knife Juggler? I don't think they'll give Patches charge. I don't think Leroy's going to go back. I don't think Barrens will go back. I don't think Creeper will go back. They were too crazy. Frenzied Felwing, did I say him? Because I think Frenzied could go to a 3/3. That might be more likely than Knife Juggler.
No, maybe I misremembered someone else wishing for that revert.
Oh, you mean Serenite? Oh, so now it's not confirmed? I don't know. I think it'd be fine if it was either way. I could see why they wouldn't, and I could see why it'd be fine with Doppelgangster anyway. You think they won't do Giggling because they already did? You don't think they'll push it back again? That's reasonable. I don't really care which ones get it. The ones I'd say shouldn't get it are Naga, Corridor, Leroy, probably Patches, Arcane Golem for sure, and Undertaker for sure. Those are the 6 I wouldn't touch. War Leader, whatever. I think you could touch War Leader. Might be important for Battlegrounds, though. I don't know how they feel about that. Oh, yeah. Why is Owl not on this list? Good point. Yeah, Owl used to be 2 mana. Oh, maybe because it's not rotating. That's why, because it would have already been announced. It's not rotating. It's staying in core set, which means they would have already told us. That's why. Why don't I think Undertaker should be unnerfed? Because it was the most broken deck in Hearthstone history. It was crazy. I think it could actually be solid again, too, frankly. Like, I guess there's a little bit more reactivity these days with rush minions and stuff, so it might not be as crazy, but I'd still be scared to, like, try it. I would still be scared. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, bum. Yeah. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Partial unnerf to Corridor, make him 6/6 so that you get punished more when your opponent plays it because you played minions.
Wait, they should do partial unnerf to Corridor. Make him 6/6. How would that be a partial unnerf? Also, I don't understand what you mean. Make him 6/6 so that you get punished more.
It was a sarcasm, sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't get it. Okay. I've got lost in those words. Punish more when your opponent plays it because you played minions. Oh, you're just saying it was so impressive. Yeah, I gotcha. It was indeed very impressive. That's why I think it's one that can't get unnerfed. Yeah, we're on the same page. I think it was too strong. I mean, in some weird way, I don't know what Wild looks like right now, but if there are a ton of Swarm decks, you could use it as a legitimate counter to Swarm decks. All right, like a counter tempo. But the problem is the Swarm decks, you know. I guess if you made it a 5/5 again and it said whenever an enemy minion dies, that might be kind of cool. So that you could only really use it as a counter to aggression as opposed to a support for aggression. You hope they don't unnerf Giggling since they unnerfed the Rogue quest. I mean, yeah, it was annoying in Quest Rogue. That's true. It was very annoying. I don't know, though. I feel like there's other stuff that could be just as annoying these days. There's so many cards to choose from now. It might still make the cut, though, just because the Divine Shields and Taunts are so annoying and the bouncing is so annoying. It's like kind of perfect as a late game Quest Rogue card. You think Leroy should go away? Is he even... Well, I bet he's probably still pretty good, isn't he, in Wild? He's still just neutral damage, which is nice. I just don't know how much some of these cards are even played in Wild. It's hard to imagine. The thing I focused on in my videos was like some cards have scalability. Like they... In other words, like some cards feel very static, right? Like they don't improve as the game power creeps. They are just themselves, right? They don't go bigger. Some cards scale with other cards, right? Like Leroy is fixed. He's always going to be 6 damage.
Hello.
But things like the Rogue quest, it kind of scales because if you have better minions or better battle cries or better bounces, those things can, you know, kind of incrementally improve along with other quality of cards because they interact through the other cards, right? Even like Barrens can improve over time because there can be better minions to summon out of your deck that have better effects. So some of those cards you have to keep in mind for down the road, like how they're going to be potentially scaled up as the game gets stronger. Some cards don't feel like they have that potential. So like what other cards did I talk about today that were in a similar vein. I think I mentioned one other that was something that felt like it could maybe scale and keep an eye on, you know. What was I thinking of? Maybe charge, maybe I don't know. Oh, I think Bloodsworn, like its effect just doesn't really matter. It's, you know, as you get better things to copy and damage, Bloodsworn kind of scales with them, right? I don't know why Undertaker can't come back to standard, Josho. I think it absolutely could come back to standard. I don't know if it will, but it can. Why couldn't it? I mean, we know Flame Tongue and Mana Worm were already planned to come back to standard. Maybe they do a soft unnerf of this as well, so that it can come back later. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to be OP, but it's a card that scales, right? Like it, you know, if the game prints a bunch of 0 mana Death Rattle minions of some kind, right? Then Undertaker's OP. Is that going to happen? Probably not, and probably not because Undertaker exists, but it's scalable, so if you get more and more good Death Rattles and cheap Death Rattles, this just continues to get better and better over time. I don't think this is a card that is a big focal point or anything, but it does have bad memories for people who've been playing for a long, long time. You have to be playing for it forever. But a lot of people really hate this card, which is, I think, you know, the case with like Barrens and maybe Leroy. Some of these cards may not get touched just because nostalgia and hatred. Undertaker as a 1/1 with the old ability might still be too scary. I would say a 1/3 with this ability would be the like soft unnerf, if that makes sense. Never better than Toga Druid or Secret Mage. I don't know. What if they print a Death Rattle that says every time your opponent plays a minion, deal 1 damage to their board? You know, obviously these are stupid examples, but it's hard to say forever in things like card games. I don't know. When we're talking about forever in wild format, you know, I want to account for a lot of future scenarios. But anyway, I don't know why I didn't mean to make Undertaker such a focal point. I don't have a lot of thoughts about Undertaker. I don't think it's going to be OP or anything. If that's what I meant to indicate. I just don't think they're going to unnerf it. Yeah, I'm still sad about the Hysteria nerf. I still think about that because it was so fun with Lifesteal Minions and Priest. It had so many fun applications when you weren't using it to cheese OTKs. That really sucks, I think. It was such a fun card. Will this work?
Boys,
Get your predictions in now.
I don't know any lore, but it seems like Arcane Golem should have a tribe. Just a thought.
I think we've talked about that before. He feels like he should be similar to Curator in my mind. I don't really know either though. Or maybe an Elemental is a possibility as well, but he looks a lot like the Curator to me. They both have that same crystal joint stuff going on. And the Curator was a mech. Good point, Trombipulation. And thanks for the 4 months. Amazing. Amazing. Oh, Kargath Prime Mysteria too? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's hard to do sometimes, mana cost-wise. Unless you're Quest Warlock, I guess. But yeah, pretty amazing. Is this too late to keep against Rogue? Not if I hit ramp, but I don't know if I'm hitting ramp, so. Ba-ba-da. I guess I'm not going to play too long. I just want to get a couple of games in. I was only going to stream 2 hours today. I just mostly wanted to talk about all that news stuff we just talked about. So I'm going to go here pretty quickly today, and then we'll be back tomorrow. I think I should have time to actually do a bit of a longer stream tomorrow for
7
once.
months. Let's go.
Gonna have videos squared away, have a bit of a window. Oh, come on. Hit the dragon. Hit the dragon. Hit the dragon. Really good at the game. Really good. When I saw that card, Breath of Dreams, guys, I thought, my God, it's the most powerful card ever printed in Hearthstone. I really did. I mean, it's a good one. I don't know if it's the most powerful ever, but it's a good one. Man, it's good. My brain hurts with the 7 months. Thank you. My brain mega hurts. It mega hurts. I'm just gonna summon here, right? Since we have the overflow, I actually want to keep the hands kind of empty. Plenty of value in hand too. And then you saw Glide. Yeah, I don't really think I thought Glide was his OP. I honestly don't remember what I said. I don't know what I said. Oh. 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 Do I have a card reveal? Not exactly. I'm doing the like card reveal stream, so I have like dozens of cards to reveal, but I mean they're not on my channel or anything. So sort of, depending on your perspective, I guess. I wonder if we will see Glide make the cut eventually. I think there's still a possibility. Do-do-do. Okay, a lot of stuff going down here. I'm kind of distracted reading some Reddit threads. Well, you know about the cards you're helping to reveal before revealing them. I know their names. I don't know if I'm gonna see them or not. I don't have the details yet. I kind of think I'd like to, just so I have like better insights and stuff. I don't think people really care about my reactions or whatever that much. I think, you know, just a smooth show is probably way more valuable than like, you know, trying to be surprised or reactionary or whatever. So I hope I get to see them, frankly. I would prefer to see them. Should have taken I don't know why I took this. You already know their names? Yeah, I saw a list. I mean, I don't remember them or anything. I don't. Just a bunch of random card names, you know? Like, if you see the name Moon Touched Amulet, are you going to remember that? That's just a name. I don't know. I haven't seen the pictures, so it doesn't mean anything, but... Scream at every card reveal. Oh my God, look at that. It's a pin flinger. It's pin flinging. Boyo, thanks for the 4 months, dude. Welcome. Blink 5 times. I don't think I saw the name Barnacle Jim. I think I would have remembered Barnacle Jim, to be honest, man. I'm pretty sure that's the one I don't remember. Freaking Barnacle Jim. Oh boy. Okay, I want to play Elise here and Zephyrus and Acidic Swamp Ooze. So I just need to empty my hand enough that Elise copies the stuff that I want. Right. So this is going to give me 3 cards off Elise. Which is fine. Can't play this first or I will... I know that didn't do anything, by the way, in case you're freaking out right now. I know how some of you love to freak out. It's just I didn't have anything. I don't think there's any other way to do it. The solar eclipse would be wasted if I played it second, so I don't think it mattered, did it? Okay. Sweet. All right. So second Zephyrus can heal now. We break the weapon. We get a second DQA. I don't know if that really matters much, but hey, whatever. You have to look at the artwork and name and try to guess what the card does. That would actually be pretty fun. I don't know if that's something everybody would want to watch, but that would definitely be fun. I love making Hearthstone cards for basically the same reason, like coming up with ideas based on the artwork and name and stuff. That's a really fun exercise. Like going into the WoW TCG art and just like trying to make up custom cards is so fun. Man, if Gilbert Gottfried did the oh my god, that would be so sick. Okay, I think they're mad about losing their weapon, guys. Are they just gonna concede because I broke their weapon? Really? Man, I'm shocked that was the deal sealer. Well, 13. I think that means no lethal yet with Zeph, right? Just taunt up in case they come back. Doubt it, but you never know. Okay. Man, it feels good that a single acidic swamp has made them concede. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. He just shrugged, guys. Shrugged. Hey, McGinnis. What's up, dude? Oh, that's probably McGinnis. I see it. Well, yeah, McGinnis. No, not exactly, huh? Not exactly.
Hands off.
Hands off. Oh, nice, dude. I'm glad the Greed Bow achievement hunting is working out for you. I kind of gave up on achievements, and I was just like, nah, whatever. The XP is not enough for me to like really go out of my way to chase, because I don't know. I just don't. It's cool. Like, you know, I'm not going to be the achievement guy, though, I decided. There were eras of my life where I probably would have been the achievement guy and like pushed for every single achievement and stuff. Nowadays, I just don't care. I'm just not into it. Simple as that. Your energy is one of the most amazing things I've ever felt. Dude, I am sending you my energy right now so that you can form a spirit bomb and defeat Frieza. And whatever other character you need to defeat in Dragon Ball. Take my energy. Make the spirit bomb. I know we can defeat Frieza. I do love getting achievements randomly, though. I managed to get the horrendous growth one without wanting to. Yeah, no, I love the achievement system. I'm not crapping on the system. I think it's great, and I'm glad that people have it who want to chase it too. I'm too old, I think. I'm just too old these days. I don't care about achievements as much. Back in the day, like in WoW though and stuff, I cared about all of everything. I wanted every title, every accomplishment, every, you know, I wanted it all. But now I'm just like, nah. Yeah. But yeah, when they pop up, it's nice. It's a good feeling to know. I wish that there were more that were kind of random like that, but also that's kind of bad for people who are trying really hard because you don't want them to feel like they can't get it if it's too random, you know? So I understand both sides of it for sure. Ugh, this is not looking awesome yet. I think I'm just going to at least this. It's really not too bad. We burn a card, but I like the cards in here. I don't love the Vol'jin. I guess I'd prefer pretty much anything over the Vol'jin at this stage. But the double Cenarian Ward seems awesome. Even though this is a bit of a slower rogue, still pretty cool. Zephyrus, obviously, ×2 is great. Arbor ups, we can figure it out. We can figure it out. No, I was not Scarab Lord. That would have been amazing. Our guild leader was Scarab Lord. We were the first guild to open the gates. Thak, the Night Elf Warrior on Eldre Thalas, if you want to be specific. But no, not me personally. I was just a lowly priest. A lowly priest. Doing nothing, really. Part of me wants to hero power this. Just because, like, what does this really achieve? Kind of wasting the discounts, though. Zephyrus is probably not smart enough to give me an actual good spell here, huh? He doesn't know it's discounted, but maybe I can still cheese it. Maybe he gives me something that he's... no, this sucks. Okay, whatever. It's still better than Forked Lightning. Just kind of waste my discount, but it's okay. Probably should have Zeph'd first, but it's all right. It's all right. I don't know if it would have made a difference much. Maybe a little. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, kind of expensive, I guess, but still probably worth. Do I backstab on this F or we play for more? We play for more, don't we? We have some pretty powerful plays incoming now. We can do more. I want more. Yeah, I loved Encourage. I farmed so much Encourage. I used to dual box. We had a couple guild extra accounts like people would play on. We dual box farming the materials and stuff and Silithus back in the day. Oh, I love that so much. It's so fun. I mean, I know farming doesn't sound fun, but we'd all just get in the desert and hang out. And it was just such a good time. I feel like MMOs, I hate it. I want another MMO, and as does everybody else. But the problem every single person who's making an MMO is trying to solve is not the problem that players have with MMOs. They keep focusing on systems and, like, you know, content and raids, which is great. Obviously, you need those things. But they keep forgetting to focus on the sociability and the interactions that you had with players. That's why everybody loved WoW. That's what we were into, right? We fondly remember Zeph coming in clutch there with the extra mana cost. We fondly remember the interactions. We remember the times, the people, and no MMOs really seem to emphasize sociability as a key feature set. It's weird. I think people would be okay with subpar content if interaction was higher. Just doesn't ever seem to be a focus. I don't know if Hearthstone's the right audience to preach interaction. We have very little interaction in Hearthstone as well. But, you know, I think those olden days, that's what everybody liked and loved. Oh boy, we are just getting murdered by this guy. Oh, well, you know, it doesn't really help much, man. Not that great. Boy, this is a brutal, really brutal. Ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. You play WoW to make Hearthstone cheaper? How do you do that?
Give me a quest.
How do you do that? How does Hearthstone get cheaper? You mean you play less so you need to buy less?
To make a wager, friend.
Oh, Oh man, I'm sleepy. I mean, Riot is now working on an MMO. I mean, it's gonna be like 5 or 10 years away probably, but if I'm still making content, we'll sure try it out. Man, I would love to play a Riot MMO. I think League of Legends has a pretty cool universe coming together. I enjoy all that stuff. On Runeterra, like characters in universe all seem great. Oh, I didn't know you could turn tokens into generalized. I didn't know that you could turn tokens into just general Blizzard monies, huh? That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. You could bounce this, rush it. That's 6 mana. It's not that good. I kind of want to rush this instead, but it's like leave behind a ton of damage. Hit here. This just doesn't have a lot to go with it. I could Moon Touched. But as soon as this gets replayed, I don't have an answer to it if I get rid of the broom. I guess I could bounce it again. Oh, Moon Touched isn't that interesting, though. I think since I'm at 12, I have to do this. Why is it always this dude? I don't really want it to be this dude. I wanted it to be a big guy because I had the rush anyway. I mean, this does save me the rush for next turn again, maybe. All right. It's always this dude. Oh, boy. Firebat was talking about retiring for streaming at some point. Like he's planning it, or like just like an inevitability. Yeah, Nina. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff you can read about WoW lore, I think, without having needed to have played the game. I think it helps to contextualize it, of course, but I didn't really pay that much attention to lore my first WoW time through. Like, I was more about the systems and, you know, leveling up and having the best gear and all that stuff. I didn't care about the lore that much. It wasn't until later that I had got more of an appetite for lore. But I just like read up on stuff. Am I dead? Don't kill me, please. Digging for an eviscerate. Oh my god, that's gonna be good. How much damage is that? How much damage is that? 5. Woo. No eviscerate? Cold blood. Oh man. If they'd waited to make an attack, they could have killed me with that cold blood. Oh, but they needed to... Well, no, they didn't need to attack first. I wonder why they did attack first. Huh. I'm still screwed. I don't think it matters. Still dead. Dead. Might be enough, but it seems unlikely.
We must stop this corruption.
I gotta decide what to hit here. Well, this probably always goes here. I think we just take as much damage out of play as possible, right? Like, the Ogremancer's definitely annoying, but I think I just want to take damage out of play. Okay, we're at 7. 3 random combo cards. Uh-oh, that's scary. The opening with the prep is always scary. I need Solar Eclipse. No, that won't even help me now. I need Nozari. I need that not to be a fireball. Did I have to kill this, actually? Oh, I'm dumb. I should have killed this. Why did I kill the 3-2? This is obviously more damage. Oh, I'm actually literally dead. That's good, I guess.
This guy's toast.
Cool. Having a friend who plays WoW does help. I could look at her printout map and get a scale for Barrens. Yeah, Barrens is probably the biggest zone in WoW. I mean, nowadays it's like split in two, but if you count both, I bet it's the biggest. I have nothing coming to mind that's bigger. Stranglethorn's kind of big, but a lot of it's water. Anybody think of a bigger zone than Barrens? Maybe something in Outland? Outland zones felt pretty big. OG zones. I don't know, actually. Looking at the map, Barrens is kind of skinny. At the bottom in particular. I have a feeling it's not the biggest zone by pure area. Like Hinterlands or something is pretty big. Deepholm? Hard to get a scale on Deepholm because it's not like on the map, right? No, it didn't feel that big to me, by the way. Interesting. I didn't spend a lot of time there. But for some reason, it didn't feel as big to me. Maybe because it was like closed in. Multiple of you mentioned Deepholm though, so that's intriguing. That would not have been high on my list, honestly. Storm Peaks, it does feel big. Yeah, I was thinking more OG Classic, but Storm Peaks does feel like a big zone. Yeah, that's true. It feels like it takes forever to get across Storm Peak. Dragonblight was pretty big too, but didn't feel as big as Storm Peaks. To me, at least. Gross. Faralos was pretty big. I love Faralos. Just occurred to me, people may pronounce that Faralis. I've never thought about half these pronunciations before, you know. Faralis, Faralos, who knows? Not me. Oh, that's a good on-curve play. Nice. If the Twisting Nether counts as a portion of that first Outland zone. I don't think it does. But all the Outland zones in my mind are very large. I don't know if that's true, but they feel like they're big. They feel really big. Guys, I gotta go after this game, by the way. Can you say Legolas? I can, yeah. Is Legolas Legolas? Legolas. Well, I feel like the Outland zones are bigger to accommodate flying, right? Like, they felt so huge with flying. Can I get a Shadow Word Pain? Do I want a Shadow Word Pain? Gonna try to empty my hand a little bit for this overflow. I've seen a lot of high mains on my Zephrys lately. Hygel's pretty big. It is pretty big, especially if you count the height. It seems like it takes forever to fly up to the top of that stupid tree or whatever. I mean, there's a scale there we weren't really considering so much. We were thinking about land area, which it might be big there too, but man, actual stuff in the zone. Okay. This empties the hand more. It's nice. Gets me a body too, which is cool. Lightning Bloom would be a nice way to make sure I don't burn a card, but is it worth it? Might be okay. Oh. Oh, no, this is fine. Never mind. Yeah, this is fine. As long as I don't draw a card. Was thinking, oh, drawing a card's bad. Hey, Sergeant Smokey, what's up, dude? I saw a cool sounding update on Twitter the other day. Wow, already out. Just like that, huh? Okay, cool. Man. Okay. I'm done. I'm out of here. Oh, yeah, that water zone is big, Crow Jester. Yeah, that's a crazy big zone, yeah. It takes forever to move around it, too. All right, I'm gonna head out, guys. I wanted to do just a quick stream today. I'm sorry for the short one. I was not gonna stream at all, but I wanted to hop on to talk about the news, so it's more like a think of it as a bonus 2 hours instead of getting ripped off with no stream with a short stream. It was all extra. It was bonus time. Tomorrow we'll be back though. We'll probably do some. We've just kind of been playing this deck in the background, but tomorrow we'll probably build some weird decks or something a little more focused and happy to talk more about cards and whatever other stuff, if anything, because I think we'll have the neutral cards tomorrow. So I'll probably hop on stream tomorrow as soon as the neutral cards review thing is done, and I probably take a shower after that, and then we'll stream for a little bit. And that said, thanks for hanging out today. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a raid. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry. Thanks for hanging out today, though. We'll be back tomorrow for more. A lot of stuff incoming soon too. So a lot of streams, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff always on the way. So stick around, drop the follow, etc. If you want, or you know what, don't. I don't care. Don't follow. I dare you. Gotta find a good stream target here. Boomer card game player. That sounds funny. All right. Have fun, everybody. See ya tomorrow. Good luck out there. Check out YouTube for more thoughts on all the cards today if you want. I don't think I'm going to make a news video about the release date or whatever. That doesn't seem that interesting. But everything else. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Love you. Thanks for the follows and bits and subs and all that fun stuff. And until next time, game on.